and welcome to the Focus Show. I'm your host, Jason Hoyle, and here today I'm with Iyana Hicks and her father, Leon Hicks. Iyana is a freshman at Woodside High School who's on the wrestling team. So, how long have you been wrestling?
For like 8 months.
And when did you decide to seriously do wrestling?
When I was small and I saw other people wrestle, I thought it was pretty cool.
And was she ever introduced to other sports besides wrestling?
Yes, she was introduced to volleyball, soccer, and a little bit of basketball. She found she didn't have enough coordination to do all that, but she kept her head up and tried anyway.
Right. And can you tell us about the increase in popularity of women's wrestling?
Well, the increase is due to the dedication of the coaches to basically open the door to not just the boys, but also to the ladies. And the coach over at Woodside High School, John Wright, has opened his doors open. It's like a floodgate. Woodside High School has the largest female presence on their wrestling team.
And what did you do to prepare for wrestling, Iyana?
I just jumped straight into it.
And did you do anything to help prepare her for any of her wrestling matches?
Well, back when she was a lot younger and a lot smaller, I used to take my bicycle and put her on the handlebars and ride up to Heritage High School. And basically she would watch me do certain types of maneuvers when I was able to do it. And it was like a light switch. It turned on inside of her. And ever since then it's become a passion. And that's mainly what, most kids nowadays are looking for, is the passion to do something. And she found it and she's sticking with it.
And what physical and mental skills should you have to wrestle?
Well, I think you gotta go out there with a I can win it attitude, like believe in yourself and don't doubt yourself and stuff.
And do you have any favorite wrestlers that inspire you?
I would say my dad.
Why so?
Because, as he said, when I was little, he took me up there to watch him. And it was like it was like pretty cool. Like, he was showing them moves that I never seen in like real life before. So I'm looking like, oh, this must be cool and stuff.
Well, thank you so much. We have to cut the commercial break, but we shall see you when you return.
Wait, Addison! 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 Where'd you go? Oh my God.
Strategies to avoid abduction. Never leave kids alone. Set boundaries and curfews. And talk about stranger danger.
Welcome back to the Focus Show. I'm your host, Jason Hoyle, here with Iyana Hicks and Leon Hicks. What advice do you have for kids, especially young girls who want to wrestle at your level?
I'll say just do it to do it. Get out there, believe in yourself, follow your dreams.
I'd like to ask, out of anything, you could have done any other sport, and you chose to do wrestling. Why didn't you do, basketball or soccer or any of those other sports?
I wasn't feeling it when I was trying out for all those other sports. But once I stepped into the wrestling room, I was like saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna stick with this.
And what is the hardest thing about wrestling?
The conditioning and the weight loss if need to be.
And who is your biggest rival, and how did you prepare for that duel?
I would say my biggest rival was the number 1 in stake for my weight class was Taija. And how I prepared for it, I went to all my wrestling practices and I put out the time and the work, asked questions if need to be.
How many hours of practice do you put in for wrestling?
Well, in the high school season, there we run straight from Monday to Saturday for like 4 hours. And then now off season, we do Tuesdays and Thursdays, which is also 4 hours.
And what's your favorite move?
I would say my favorite move is the slam, when you slam people.
And what's the fastest you have ever pinned someone?
In 15 seconds.
Wow. Well, would you like to give an explanation of the medals we have here today?
Yes, sir. This one right here is one of my first place medal. I would say I won this at, I forgot the tournament's name, but I remember it was against one girl and I beat her. This one is from Skyline High School. I got second place when I went up against the number one person. This one right here is also first place. I got that at Peninsula Punishers at Woodside High School. This one right here is also first place. I got that from Cold Pepper. The one next to it is War of the Roses. I went to Orange County to wrestle there against number one. And I got second place. This one is my very first medal. That's third place, and I got it from Cox High School.
It's fantastic. And Leon Hicks, we would like to ask, is there anything you would like to say before we finish the show today?
Yes, along with the ladies here that you see behind me, they don't only just wrestle girls, they wrestle boys. And every single one of them has great dedication, coming to practice, being on time, putting in the work where need be, and they also do a lot of drilling. So my advice to anyone out there, not just for girls wrestling, if you see something that you're interested in, don't just sit on the sidelines thinking that I can't. You got to think positive when it comes to anything that you do. But when you do it, give it 110%, and if you can give a little bit more, give a little bit more, because that's what it takes to be successful in anything that you do in life.
Thank you so much, Iyana Hicks and Leon Hicks, for being here today with us.
My pleasure.
Well, this has been a segment for The Focus Show. I'm your host, Jason Hoyle. We'll catch you guys next time.